Hello loves, this is Keleena. I'm here to bring you June 2020 and the eclipses. So, it was an interesting last video that I did with the words that came in at 4:44 in the morning. If you have not caught that one, it's very, very, I want to say significant for everyone in your own way. There's a lot of information in there with the 9 words that came through when I connected directly to Source. And I have received a lot of messages, a lot of emails, a lot of texts from people about what it meant for them. So if you haven't seen it, go back and look at it. It's a fantastic video. It's a lot of information for what's going on now. I woke at 4:44 in the morning, and one more thing that I found out a couple days later after I posted that, I just happened to be on my phone, and a Google had suggested a read about the Pleiades, constellation of the Pleiades. That's what it was. And I looked at it, I opened it up because I was interested, because I'm very connected to Pleiades and Venus. And when I opened it, it said that Pleiades is 444 light years from the Earth. Again, I woke at 4:44 that morning with that information coming in. It was connected to Pleiades, and that was just another confirmation for me. When I saw that, I was like, whoa! So pay attention to what you're receiving. And I was so happy to share it with all of you, and hope that you received something from it that's very significant for you, for what is going on right now with this fabulous change that we are all going through. This is positive. I don't want you guys to look at it any other way. What is happening here is the change that we are creation. And I've said this for years. As you're changing within you, so if you're going through turmoil within you, you're creating that outside of you. This is why we have to be centered. This is why we have to neutralize everything. This is why we need to be in peace. And this is why we need to be in love. Okay? So, very important right now, because what some people are doing, okay, it's beautiful to have a protest that stands up for rights, and that stands up for community and unity, and that stands up for the power of free will and free choice upon the planet. However, don't fall into the trap of the negativity and do negative things by wrongful actions, because that is only going to make you the same way, in that same point, to that same vibration of people that are negative. Okay, so before you react, okay, go in the heart and then act from there. Okay, really, really important. Stay in the heart, stay in neutrality, disconnect from the outside drama of the world, because it's very third dimensional. Even though it's going on, those of us that have come here to help with this shift, that all of you I know that are following me for years are light workers, you're healers, I mean, you're astrologers, you're fantastic beings of light here upon the planet. That drama is not for you, okay? You came here with a mission, you came here to do it. If you came here to be a protester, but in the light, you know the correct way to do it. So I just want to reiterate that. Don't fall into the trap of the darkness, because that's not where you belong. That's not where anyone belongs. They're doing their last-ditch efforts to try and pull people into that and influence in that by some of the actions that are being taken, by some of the acting that is going on, and a lot of you know what I mean by that. So be very careful not to get pulled into that, okay? So, with that said, we've got some fantastic eclipses coming in. Now, I want to share with you how I have been feeling the last, it's a week. It's been a week, because I think it was last Saturday or Friday. It was before the webinar that William and I just did for the Avatar activation codes. That was the Avatar Christed Body activation codes, and a lot more codes that came through. If you were not able to get on that for whatever reason, we now have it. We recorded it. It's now available for purchase, and it coincides with the stargates that are opening with the eclipses that are happening through June and July. Okay, there's 3 of them. If you can, a lot of people that have already, we had a lot of people on that day. They have such tremendous positive feedback and what they felt, what they experienced, and what they're going through right now. It's only been 4 days. A lot of people are still, they're just seeing the transformation. Their body is like still in vibration and they're changing. If you can get it, it's $44.44. We made it affordable, okay? It's on my website, www.keleenamelnar.com, or William's, www.williammelchizedek.com. And it's extremely powerful. It's so powerful, it knocked out my power. Before the actual webinar, I went outside to get on Mother Earth and to connect with her first into her crystalline grid. And when I looked up above my apartment, there had to be 30 ships out there, and they were all rotating, and I can see lights inside some of them, and I was like, oh, you're all here. And so we left it in the actual video. When it actually, my screen disconnects and all of a sudden I go black. There was so much energy here and so much power, and it just totally knocked out my building's power. So I was able to call them in and get it turned back on and get back on. But it is, we left it in there. A lot of people requested that we leave it in there. They said, it's so real, the work that you do, that you need to leave it in there. So it's so authentic. So it is in there. If you guys watch it, I will try to put the link to purchase it because we have it on Vimeo. I'll try to put the link if I remember, because I'm not really so good at remembering everything anymore. I'll try to put the link under the description today for you guys in here, okay? So, all right. I have been feeling literally like I'm lifted off my feet at times. I think it was last Friday. I was literally feeling like I was lifted and so light that I was just like floating, and literally my toes, I was on my tippy toes just being like lifted up. And I was like, ooh, my wings are working. I'm going to fly. That's literally how I felt. I felt it 2 more times since then. I just felt it today again. And it's the shift that's happening within us as we are embodying all that we are. And if you watch that last video that I did, okay, I can't remember what I called it. I think it's about the eclipses, but I have the whiteboard. I bring through some of the words in there that have to do with feathers, angelics, wings, that kind of stuff. So it's good to watch it and get online with it, because a lot of the stuff in there is activating codes for you to watch. Okay? Okay, so I have my notes here. I want to do this quick. I don't want it to be a long video. I just want it to be about the eclipses, a real quick thing for June. These 3 eclipses, we have a lunar one tomorrow. We have a solar one, which is, it depends on where you are, the 20th or 21st, and it's the during the summer solstice. So that's another powerful day. And then on July 4th, which is another lunar eclipse, which will be the freedom codes coming in. And I talked about the freedom codes last year, and for those of you that have come to a lot of my events, I've had you actually connect to the freedom codes at events. I've taken you outside and connected to you, or talked about them. So we're getting another surge of the freedom codes on July 4th, and I'll talk about that when July comes, okay? But freedom is a huge thing right now. This is what everybody is standing up for. This is, people are wanting their independence from the control that's going on. People are wanting their sovereignty. They're trying to claim their sovereignty. It's time to do that. Claim your sovereignty. Everybody wants their freedom. The patriarchal control is no longer winning, and it will not, okay? We are the light. We are here. The brothers and sisters of light, that was part of my hypnosis session from a couple years ago that came through me with Alba Weinman when I was under that hypnosis. It says the Sisters of Light, and I had never heard that term until my hypnosis. It came through my hypnosis, and so the activation in the portal, or the Stargate that's opening this Friday, is for an even deeper activation for these Sisters and Brothers of Light. I'm going to do an activation in here. There's also a predetermining activation in that webinar, Avatar webinar that William and I did too. There's a lot of activations in there. But I'm going to do one today for the Sisters and Brothers of Light as well. And so those are our star families that came here that have specific missions to do. I'm going to do an activation here for you today. So I keep receiving that you all need to be open to receive right now. So many people are not allowing, okay? You need to surrender. You need to allow yourself to be open to receive. It's really, really important because there's so much energy coming in. There's influx of energy. There's codes coming in from the sun. They're going into Gaia. They're in the water. They're everywhere. The codes are in, if you see the droplets of water on when it rains, like it's storming here right now, but if you see the droplets of water when the sun comes out on the grass and on the trees and the leaves and the flowers, there's codes in there, and you can see the rainbow colors and everything, okay? So be open to receive the codes in whichever way you can. The other thing is be open to working with the elements of the earth, is what they keep telling me, because they keep showing me the elements of the earth. They show me the two different 5 stars. There's the 5-star of Chinese medicine where the 5th element is metal. So when you're working with Chinese medicine, metal is very important, and that's one of the things that when I'm doing certain things, I know about that. I never tuned into it till a year ago, but this, the magic that's going to be happening, magic is going to be awakening. That was the other thing. I did activations in that webinar for magic, because I received those downloads in the beginning of May, after that 3-day period when William and I were in silence. So ether, we have the 5 elements of the earth, and then ether. Ether is very important to understand, to be able to create magic, okay? When I came back from Scotland in March, I said, what's next for me? I asked the guides, I said, what's next for me? And they said, clear, so clear as day in my ear, magic. And I was like, ooh. So when Saint Germain and Thoth came and integrated with me May 4th, which was also the same day I received, no, that was May 3rd. The next day I received all the avatar codes to deliver to humanity. But when they did that, the magic, I felt with Saint Germain and Thoth so much shifting in me and vibrating. And for 2 days, I was like going zzz, and it was so powerful. I had that same thing after the webinar the other day, after I delivered all the codes. After the webinar, I was literally vibrating so high, and my body was just shaking, because when I bring everything through me, it does stuff to me as well, and you'll receive what you need, but I still have to bring it all through me. And when I do, I was literally nauseated after that webinar and for the rest of the night when I went to bed, because I have to try to really ground and get myself back into center. Even though I'm really high and everything, I have to center myself connected to earth. So everybody's affected in different ways with the things that we're here to do. So being open to receive your abilities for your magic is going to be very important during these eclipses. And I'm going to move into I want to talk about acceptance really quick, because a lot of people are still not fully accepting who they are And it's really important to love yourself, accept yourself for who you are, and accept yourself with compassion. Love yourself with compassion for what you're going through right now. Some of you might be feeling bouts of anger with what's going on in the world. Don't fall into the trap, and don't be verbally angry with somebody else. Stay in your heart and stay neutral. Try to bring everything in and neutralize it. Embrace everything. Embrace the darkness. Embrace the light within. Neutralize it in love. Because when we do this, the storm becomes calm. Okay? And when the storm becomes calm within you, the storm becomes calm outside of you. If that makes sense. Okay. I'm feeling like there's going to be like a lot of solar plexus things for people because you still feel like you don't have control over things. It's now time for you to stand up, and it's time for you to speak your voice. All masks off. Okay. I had another higher self transmission today that I wrote this morning. And when I wrote it, I said all masks off because I've even told my kids about this because they have to work with these masks on every day. These masks block your freedom of speech, and they block the throat chakra. Do you see what they're doing? 6 feet away, toroidal field, heart activation. Let's get a little closer than 6 feet away. Do you see what's going on? Okay, little subliminal messages for you. Okay, so all masks off. This is the false mask coming off. This is these masks coming off that keep the virus inside of you, okay? That keep colds inside of you, that keep any kind of illness inside of you. When you think about, I have friends that are doctors, and they said not only does it keep you from if you're in surgery, not only does it keep stuff from the doctor going towards you, but it keeps stuff from coming in. Make sense? So it's holding stuff within you. So I want to bring this up really quick. The thing that I wrote today that came through. And, oh, it's not on there. I didn't post it there. I'm going to keep talking here a little bit while I'm trying to find it because I want to talk about what motivates you, because there's huge motivation and creation coming, because the divine mother, feminine creator energy with these eclipses is just going to be like, whoom, hounding you guys, coming in to move into that equality within yourself and the feminine and masculine, rising the feminine creator side of you within you. It's going to be really, really important for you to look at what motivates you and what motivates your creativity, what brings you joy, what brings you happiness. It's such a fantastic time to be doing this. A lot of you are seeing that you just can't go back to the way you were working before. You just can't go back to what you used to do. So what motivates you? What makes you happy in life? What allows you to create happiness within yourself? And this can be for your work. This can also be creation in relationships. What people, when you're around them, do you feel happy to be around? What people, when you're with them, you don't feel happy to be around. These relationships are going to end, and some are going to continue. So don't be surprised, because a lot of people are seeing the truth. Especially a lot of you that got married for the wrong reasons. If you got married for security reasons rather than love. If you got married because you were forced to marry someone because of cultural reasons rather than love. A lot of these people are going to be leaving these relationships, gaining their independence and their freedom from that patriarchal control. Those are all patriarchal control structures. So a lot of relationships will be ending, and even stepping away from family members that are very negative, because we are becoming so sensitive, especially with these eclipses. You're going to become so sensitive. William and I are like hypersensitive. You're going to become so sensitive that you're going to see that when you're around those people, you just get sick and you can't handle it anymore. And you need to move forward. This is ascension. Allow yourself to move forward and leave them behind. And that's okay. Okay, everybody has their soul's journey. And at some point, they may start their shift and change and start, rising their vibration and find you again. But for now, you have to focus on what you came here for. What's your mission? Okay, here we go. This article that I wrote today, it's on the Patreon. It's on Patreon, on the public part. No, it's not on the public part. Sorry. It's on there for Patreon members. I did put it on Facebook because it's very important, and it's also on the community tab on my YouTube here. So I want to read this because it's really important, because some of the information in here will alleviate things that I need to say today. Okay, so as the June 5th eclipse stargate has been opening, a collective vibration correlating with the light codes of love, transformation, unity, peace, and freedom, along with purity, have aligned with the core being of Mother Gaia's diamond heart core for the activation of our beloved sisters and brothers of light illumination. Remotely, this gateway's index carries an influx, carries an influx of substantial divine feminine creator energy to allow each soul the opportunity to reveal themselves in a way that determines their own reality of truth. Who are you and why are you here? Light impulses from Solaris, the sun, have narrowed the field of disclosure to the truth within the soul's reflection of its own God particle. See, that which beholds the truth is that which beholds the freedom in thy journey of thy soul. Love is your freedom, and truth is your dispensation. Stargate eclipses are now amplified with the codes of love light to accelerate the process of your awakening and to activate the power grid of love within the crystalline structures outstretched across the USA and extending to each country with the assistance of the star seeds that will amplify the connections through their human bodies. Sisters and brothers of light, prepare for activation, as your time to shine and liberate are now. This is the great awakening you responded to assist with through your collective vibrational field and frequency of light that holds key points across the globe for our collective uprising in the power of love through each of your diamond hearts. All are one. Stay focused on your position, on the work you came to do as we unify this light field, ending the structures of duality to create unification. Disconnect from the human drama to focus your energy on your mission. The illusional games are over. We repeat, the games are over. Celebrate the truth in your hearts and the neutrality of divine love. Gaia will continue to reveal humanity's change across the globe as humans stand up for all rights to freedom. All masks are removed as the throat chakra will not be blocked or suppressed anymore. All have the right to express and choose their sovereignty through the power of love. Let us rejoice in the truth and the powers of love light that these stargates bring. Anchor the codes and shine your light bright. You are the love. You are the consciousness of change. Be the love that creates unity in community. We are all one. Atora Maya Aki. From my sacred heart to yours, beloved sisters and brothers of light, let us lead the way home. Okay, that's a little message from my higher self this morning when I woke up at 6 a.m. So I seem to be getting up really early lately with intel coming in. There was another message just 2 days before about the eclipses as well. They're on Facebook, they're on somewhere on Instagram, Patreon. I'm putting them on the community tab on YouTube for those that don't follow those things, so you guys can start getting them as well. So a lot of information in there. Really take that to heart, reread it, go and read it again if you didn't follow it. But this Divine Mother Creator energy is coming in again, and this is the year of the Divine Mother. I know it. I've seen it since January in London when I was doing opening the portals in London for the Divine Mother, in those cathedrals that the patriarchal control were controlling. I went into those things and opened up portals there, and the Divine Mother energy was coming in. And when that was coming in, they said, watch the change. Watch the change in the hearts is what they told me. And everywhere we went in London, and we had Sabrina, who was graciously driving us around. She is a Sister of the Rose. She was driving Wilmy and I around, and everywhere we turned, or every car in front of us, there was the number 13, 13, 13, 13 everywhere. I even took pictures of them. So 13 is the number of the goddess, okay? It also reduces to a 4, which to me is Gaia's number as well. And it's the number of new foundations, okay? Makes sense? And 444 is the Pleiades number. I keep seeing it's also the angels, but I see that as Pleiades, which is also where the divine feminine energy to me comes from, because it works through the sisters, the 7 sisters. And when I do my private sessions, the 7 sisters work through me in all the sessions. So everything's so profound and coming together. All the puzzle pieces are fitting. It's so exciting, isn't it? So here we go. Divine love. You're going to get another boom, boom, boom of divine love coming in with these. You're really going to feel that, because Venus is just, like I've shared before, she is always with me. She's been with me for a long time. And when I turn towards the planet Venus outside, my heart expands big. It's been doing that for a long, long time, many years. And it's just amazing. And she will Venus will come in an energetic form for me, in like a silhouette of a woman, and talk to me in my apartment. So I have had her energy with me all the time lately. For this year, actually a lot this year. And she was coming on and off the last few years. I don't even bring messages to my friend Marla from her. So, but she is really, really prominent this year, and she's very prominent in the sky in the charts. So, I'm not an astrologer, but, from what people have said, there's a lineup with Venus coming in, but to me, she's holding the space of divine love. She's holding the space of the divine feminine. And so open your hearts to love right now, because this is exactly what we're here to be doing, to make the change in the consciousness for this planet. We all need to be here. Okay. Stay neutral. Don't follow the the negativity out there. Stay neutral. Better yet, just stay within. Okay. Don't fall into that trap. I'm receiving that with these eclipses, obstacles are being removed. So changes are being made with everything, because remember, this is the plan behind the plan behind the plan. If you have not read that article that I wrote, it's on my website, the plan behind the plan behind the plan. It's all divine. Everything that's happening is a plan. There's people up front playing positions that maybe they don't look so good up front, but behind the plan, they're working with source. Okay, so go read that article. It's really, really profound. The whole thing was channeled from source. Healing of past lives, past traumas is still going on this month. It's going to be very profound with this moon, and with the Stargate. There's a lot of people that are still releasing their past. The past is over, you guys. It's done, okay? There's no need to hold on to it. There's no need to hold on to past persons, past places, past events. It's over. We're here to create the new. You have this new organic timeline in front of you with nothing on it. What do you want to create? What motivates your creation? What do you want to see? Whatever you focus on in meditation, whatever your thoughts are creating for your new organic timeline. So be very mindful. Be very, very careful of what you think of on a daily basis now, because your thoughts, boom, are creating your reality like that now. It's quick. It's quickening. It's happening. It's fast. And it's not going to slow down. So if you're thinking in negative terms or you're thinking negatively, you're going to keep creating that and you're going to create those situations for you. Whatever it is, you're going to continue to create it negatively. If you're thinking positively, okay, you're going to create the positive for you. You're going to create the change for you. This is your life. This is your new structure. This is your new foundation. What motivates you? Okay, what makes you happy? I said that before. What fills your heart? What can you do in divine love for Gaia, for humanity, for yourself? Okay, that creates the change in the world for what you want to see. All right, really, really important. Words are spellbinding. Okay, words are magic. Very important. All right. So for those of you that are wanting to connect with the magic, be very careful if you're doing, and I was just told this a few days ago, because someone sent me a thing on magic saying, somebody so-and-so says they're doing spells to break up people. And I didn't answer them, but I'm going to answer it here, okay? If you're doing that kind of stuff, you're going to receive that karma back immediately, okay? This is how quick everything is happening. That kind of stuff is dark energy. If you're trying to create a spell that's against someone or against someone's free will, you're creating karma, okay? We're not coming back here again to live karma. You will live it somewhere else if you don't clear up your life this time, or you'll create that karma here and you'll have to go through it here in this life right now. So be very, very careful with your thoughts. Stay positive. Be in divine love, and act as the God being that you are. Okay, not the third dimensional person that you used to be. This is what you're changing from. Black magic, that kind of stuff. That's third dimensional reality. Let's move into the light, guys. All right. Healing the past, transformation. A lot of you are going to be going through a huge transformation over these next 4 weeks and beyond that. This year of 2020 is about clarities, clear seeing, clear everything, clear sentience, clear cognizance, okay? Clairvoyance, clairgustance. I have all 6, so I can feel everything. So be really, really open to receive the change and transformation that needs to happen within you. It's very important this month. Abundance. I have abundance down because the abundance keeps coming forward for me. Abundance in the creation, okay? Again, what motivates you to create that which is going to help Gaia, humanity, the planet, yourself. So pay attention to what you get. Do what you love and love what you do. All right? I also have seen that because people have asked me about global reset. I don't normally get information on that, but what I have been told, because the Galactic Federation has been here for this past week, since just a couple days before my webinar, and they're still hanging out here. I've been connecting with them every day. They said the global reset is already in its works. So have patience, okay? Don't think that this reset is going to mean that everything's going to be neutralized and you're going to get a check for $1 million, okay? It's not going to be like that. They want you to know, don't focus on what people have said in the past. So everything's going to be, and I don't know about this, but they said, don't focus on things are going to be reset and then all the banks are going to issue everyone $1 million in their bank account or $5 million in their bank account. They said, don't focus on that. Focus on the change of equality in the systems. With that has to do with money and banking and purchasing things and owning a home and those kind of things, and change it that way. Change it to be fair. Change it so that there's no interest anymore. No interest on, like when you buy a home, that there's no 15% interest and that kind of stuff being charged every month. There's no, what they call them, principals and all these stupid things, all these fees. They're ridiculous. Make those changes by creating it. Now, if you want $1 million, $5 million, or $10 million in your bank account, you can create that as well. Okay? But the global reset has nothing to do with that. It has to do with ending everything and starting it all over so that there is not a hierarchy of people that own all the money, and then you have these people, and then everybody else is down here. That's the change that the global reset is doing. Okay. Celebrate and journey. So I kept getting journey. I kept getting journey, but I saw a rabbit with the journey. So I feel like that's with this mass awakening again, because there's another wave coming through with this eclipses. So the rabbit is going down the rabbit hole. So I feel like that journey down the rabbit hole for a lot of people is going to be happening starting this tomorrow again. And also a deeper awakening and another journey for other people. It's also the journey within you. Okay, paying attention to the journey within you. Some of you are going to be able, because I also see some of the borders opening within certain countries. So you'll be able to journey within. As far as journeying to other countries yet, that they haven't shown me yet. But if we together as a collective consciousness focus on that opening up the borders, because there's a lot of families that are separated from each other right now, and it's been 3 months, okay? If you can focus on that in your heart, all right, so we can open these borders and allow people to come home, that would be brilliant, okay? So do that from your heart when you go into meditation. You can do that on Sunday. There's a big, Sunday is a big day for unity meditations across the world. And my friend Sandra actually has been doing one of those for years now. But everybody goes in and meditates on Sundays. So create what you want, because that's a big collective of love. And we need to create from there. Unity consciousness and freedom. So we are creating the change. We are creating unity consciousness when we all are becoming one. We're all one energy anyway. We're all one heart. We are all one breath. We are all one life upon this planet, yet just individualized in these physical bodies. So we are creating the unity consciousness field. We are changing that. It's with us coming back. We're here to make that change. Again, all from here. Very important to tune into your heart, to bring yourself into center, to meditate, to get into 0 point. Okay, say I am 0 point, and feel that shift in you. Call in your divine God self. Say, I now call in my divine God self. And when you do that, you're going to feel your body change and transform. It's very powerful. You are magic, okay? When you use the I am words, you are magic. Create that, okay? Don't forget who you are. Let's see. My guides wrote really quick, feel the truth in your heart. Feel the truth in your heart. Really important to follow your heart. If you haven't watched that video of mine, it's on YouTube. Explains how to follow the heart. It's 11 minutes long. There's a white rose on the front cover of it. I think it's from last April of 2019. So you can go back and find that. And connect to the New Earth Crystalline Grid. Very, very important, okay? The New Earth Crystalline Grid is activating, and it's activating each day at a higher frequency. That's in one of the things I wrote this week. Get out there, get your feet on Gaia, lay on Gaia, and just ask Gaia, say, Gaia, please connect me to your New Earth Crystalline Grid. For me, as soon as I say that, whoop, I feel electricity go right up my body, and I'm like, and then work with it, okay? Work with that in the stargates. Work with Gaia's grid. Allow with the energies that are coming through. Work with the energies coming as above, so below, and below up. Okay, work with everything in your heart. Expand that light that is going through. Expand the love from your heart, from your diamond hearts, from your rose hearts. For those of you who are their sisters and brothers of the rose, expand the light across the globe. Expand it universally. Expand it everywhere. You know what to do, okay? And if you don't, you can always connect with one of us and we can help you. That's one of the things William and I are doing on our new Patreon account. And I want to say thank you to all the Patreon members. We are gathering and doing different things every month because we're trying to figure out what's going to be best for everyone. So last month we had a goddess gathering. We had a ladies' night. I called it the night, ladies' night, goddess night. And we had like 30 women on there, and it was beautiful online. It was a beautiful night. So, but we do a lot more. We do light language activating and all kinds of things. So I thank you, everyone that has joined that and is really, that sees our work and appreciates us. We appreciate you as well. So that's it. That's what I have for June, okay? A lot going on. Staying neutral, staying in your heart is the most important thing. Surrender when the energies come into you that, you know, you're just feeling frustrated or angry things are coming up or you just want to scream. Go ahead and scream. Go ahead and scream. And then pull everything into your heart. But don't scream at someone, okay? But pull everything into your heart, neutralize it. Also go through the forgiveness steps, forgive yourself and forgive all others. And as William always says after that, say, thy will be done. And you feel the energy release from you, okay? Oh yeah, just flashed in my third eye. One of the things William's doing on Patreon is the breathing techniques and combining it with his divine yoga that he does. So he's doing like a series of that on our Patreon as well, because he's been a yoga instructor for years and divine breath work instructor as well. So we've got lots going on. And so I'm going to do codes right now. I'm going to do activations for these eclipses to get you through. They're going to activate, they go through the DNA at the cellular level. We're going to activate anything that is suppressed or dormant within you. They're also going to help those of you that have codes that are outside of you that you haven't integrated yet. If you're ready, it's going to help you open up to receive them, to pull it in. So there's going to be a receiving activation here as well. So I'm going to step back and all you have to do is have your hands, palms facing up on your lap, okay, to be ready to receive. And I'm going to go ahead and do this. I need to get comfortable because I'm on a pillow on the chair and I'm not... Got to get my footing. Okay, take a deep breath in through the nose, expanding the lungs and the belly as far as you can. And allow the breath to fall out of the mouth. You want to hear the breath falling out, okay? Don't force it out, but allow it to fall out so you can hear it, okay? And do that 2 more times. And try to stay in that breathing. Sentiana mora a. Yahana mona mana Yanora karana suntorie shana mika. Anna kente garanto sosho shuto krosunto koronto suntananami mai kaya no korsente si sikiana iyo o yanama Moya nenye yonohona. Oh moya heya mahiya. Sahontoria na mi ama amai. Onyanana yahiki aya. Sampurianame ikinini aya. Amniane ineniemi minimiana aratura. Sanano kotor katairi sushi. Shishi namai. Mimiaho uku isantana. Sesikira kata. Shashakina. Uute. Maria. Oakia. Sesita. Nahinya. Ikelnia. Ukuni. Patati. Sesikian tora. Manania. Sesette. Seledion. Asjan kinna. Uku utu. Ushushu. Amenia. Namaste. We are complete. Okay. Okay, everybody. I'm wishing you a wonderful June 2020. The eclipses are going to be fantastic. See everything in the light from the heart, and remember to stay neutral, stay at your 0 point, get into center as much as you can. Meditation, be in nature, connect with Mother Earth, Gaia. It's so important. That painting behind me is one of my paintings in the works I started it in February, still working on it. But that, if you can see it, see Gaia coming through. So it's Gaia, and there's a bunch of roses and a waterfall there, but she was rebirthing. So she was showing me herself coming back to life this year, very strong, taking back her power as well. And so I'm going to be finishing that painting. So it's a very colorful year, full of change. Enjoy it and see it for what it is. We are the creators of the change, okay? And we have a lot of help from above coming in. Don't deny it. Don't run away from it. Work with it, okay? I love you. Utilize your crystals, okay? I have my aquamarine on today. I try to wear the aquamarine a lot because it's for me, I'm very connected to the Divine Mothers, working with the Divine Mother energy, allowing them to work through me. So for me, this is my go-to. And wear what works for you, wear what calls you to, because right now it's so important to really connect with the crystals. And we're going to be talking about crystals on Patreon soon. So I love all of you. Thank you so much for listening. It's going to be a fantastic month. Lots of changes coming on the earth, lots of changes coming in humanity across the entire globe. Look at it, see it, observe it. Don't become it if it's negative. Stay in the love, stay in your light. Brothers and sisters of light, tomorrow is very important for you. You have a huge activation coming in. It's like a power on grid thing out on the earth. So get on the earth, even if it's raining. I want you to get out there. I don't care if it's raining, snowing, whatever, get out there. Get on the earth. It's very, very powerful. And for those of you, again, that want to purchase the webinar with the Divine Avatar Christed Body codes and a lot of other activations that were in that video. It's 4444. It is on my website, www.keleenamalnar.com. The links will be, I'll put the links down below here for you, okay? I love you. Eternal love, eternal light, eternal life. Namaste.